Opponents of Connecticut's vaccine requirements for students believe a recent decision by the U.S. Supreme Court could give them the legal ammunition they need to prevail over the state. News 8's Mike Cerulli is live in Milford now with more on how this fight is unfolding. Mike?
Hey, good evening to you, Dennis. I'm standing here at the Milford Christian Church and its associated daycare center, where faith is at the center of everything that they do here. The faith also at the center of a federal lawsuit.
We're honoring and listening to what the parents are saying and saying to the state, I think you're being unreasonable. You're overstepping what really is your authority.
That's the crux of the argument that Pastor Jim Loomer first brought to court back in 2023, challenging Connecticut's ban on religious exemptions to vaccine requirements in schools. His suit and others have failed so far to overturn the ban, but after seeing the Supreme Court side last month with Maryland parents who asserted a religious freedom argument to exempt their children from public school lessons on LGBT issues, Loomer and his attorneys decided to redouble their efforts. And this Supreme Court decision has given you hope that you'll prevail in this fight.
Well, it has.
Loomer's firmly held religious beliefs teach that abortion is morally wrong. Some vaccines were developed using viruses grown in cell lines derived from aborted fetuses. Mandating vaccines, Loomer says, violates a core tenet of his religion.
We not only live it, but we teach it to our children that you shouldn't be trying to profit off something that is clearly, the taking of a human life.
Connecticut Attorney General William Tong is defending the lawsuit. His team doesn't buy the argument that the recent court decisions on school curriculum and religious freedom will give Loomer's suit a boost, writing in part, vaccination requirements do not involve the compelled learning regulations at issue in the recent rulings, and therefore do not similarly interfere with parents. The AG's office adding the Office of the Attorney General will continue to defend Connecticut's laws related to mandatory school vaccinations. One pediatrician we spoke to underscored the efficacy of childhood vaccinations.
Childhood vaccinations protect the health of our children. These vaccines, although they can have some small side effects, in general are very, very safe.
But for Loomer and his legal team, concerns that parents might harbor about the safety of vaccines is secondary to that question of religious freedom.
At the end of the day, here at Milford Christian Church, the issue is faith first.
And attorneys for the church and its daycare, they filed new paperwork attached to that original lawsuit, which invokes the Supreme Court's recent rulings. It's now up to a judge to decide how this suit will proceed. Reporting live in Milford tonight, Mike Cerulli, News 8.